winning, can't nobody hold me. Can't nobody. We winning, yeah. We winning, yeah. We winning, can't nobody hold me, yeah.
Not go up on YouTube, but a conversation that will go on YouTube is Meek Mill, and we're talking about him. We seen this yesterday that Meek Mill has became a co-owner of the hat company Lids. I thought that was a real great story when I seen that. Sandman Meek Mill is very excited. He put a post up on his Instagram, as y'all can see right there on the screen, and pretty much said he obviously was wearing Lids hats since a youngster. This is a great opportunity. Jay-Z inspired him to start getting into business. What do you think about this, though, man? Meek Mill announcing that he now is the co-owner of Lids. I mean, don't we all just Lids?
Yeah, hell yes.
New era.
Nah, that came from Lids. It was made from my man.
Lids, right? Okay, yeah. No doubt.
Yeah, I love Lids, and I'm happy to hear this. I'm glad Meek is starting to kind of put his money and his mind toward other things other than music, because we know, although it brings a lot of popularity, financial gain and financial prosperity is something often not comes with music, and especially being an artist. So for him to kind of start getting into the lane of Jay-Z, the newly billionaire that is Jay-Z, is very aspiring to see. Something that I hope to see, though, and I'm not giving Meek Mill any criticism, but something that I hope to see and would love to see is him to create a hat store in Philly and call it something, and have that there and have that as a staple. Not maybe follow the Marathon store kind of feeling. Maybe if you don't want to throw it necessarily in one of your neighborhoods, throw it somewhere different and start creating that brand and creating that, and then taking the money from that and putting it where you want. I think that would be dope, because Meek has a kind of star power to where if he would do something like that close to this area, the tri-state area, it would fucking go crazy. But this is a great start, man. I'm happy to see this aspiring. Yeah.
And Meek, he also, said that Jay-Z inspired him. I wanted to read that quote real quick. He said he built businesses, and he built things that made him become the man who he is, that we could call a billionaire guy. He built that, and I watched that, and I studied that. That's why I'm working the way I'm working now, to build a foundation for myself too. Meek Mill also goes on to say he's trying to pretty much, build a solid foundation to where he can live like he lived his prime years as a rapper. I mean, he's still in his prime years, but definitely. Right now he's making the money, and we all know that money might not always come like that. And I think what was interesting, when Forbes put out his article about Jay-Z becoming a billionaire, and they showed the itemizations of, how he made his money, music was like the smallest one.
Come on, man.
So I was saying the other day, music, you could see Meek trying to go down that lane as Jay-Z, and now the best way to do it is through the investments and different things like that. So, I mean, this is I love to see Meek doing this. I love it, because at this rate, investing in things like this, I think that his net worth is going to continue to climb even higher and higher, and who knows what's next for Meek Mill. So yeah, that's dope.
And yeah, he has his legal situation coming to another road very soon. I think that he's about to get another judge in his hearing, so hopefully that can kind of go behind him, and he can start traveling overseas and across the country again, and the sky's the limit for Meek. Definitely happy for what he's doing. Right. Like I said, he has the kind of star power in the tri-state area where this brother can do anything he wants. And when you look at a Jay-Z, whose music career spans well over 20 years, and the greatness of every album that he dropped, for that financial part to be the lowest on his totem pole, you gotta follow that as a rapper. I mean, you aspire to be as great as he is as a rapper, but then you look at everything else he does, and why not aspire to do that? You ain't gotta kiss his ass, you ain't gotta ride him, but if the motherfucker's a billionaire and you right up under him, learn something.
What do you say to the people who say to Meek, and I think this is another aspect of it, why didn't you just start your own, hat company?
It's a start.
Right, definitely.
And that's something that I paid attention to, because that was something first in my head. But when he said that he was starting to follow the plan, and this is something new to me, getting into ownership of something, he could start with a Lids, create his own brand, and have that brand running out of Lids and make money both ways now that he's an owner. Maybe that's something he has going on. I see, like I said, I see bigger and better things for Meek. I see him eventually kind of owning his own storefront, no matter what that is, down the line. I think the sky's the limit. I think this is the beginning. I think he's humbling himself and understanding that this shit ain't gonna happen all overnight. I gotta get my feet into something first, learn this game, and then branch out of here. I'm very confident in what he's doing. I'm happy at what he's doing. Like I said, I'm hopeful to see bigger and better things in the future for him.
Yeah. I mean, following Jay, you know, we can't say that that's a great thing at this point. I mean, what he's been able to do and become a billionaire, you know what I mean, in under 20 years is amazing. So hopefully we can see, you know, other rappers. We will, you know, see more and more, you know, black rap billionaires.
So let me say this real quick, because a lot of what we put up about Meek, I see some of these in the comment section, even though I've been paying less and less to the comments. So I apologize if y'all been leaving dope shit to us and I ain't got back to you on viral. I ain't been really looking at them, but I see a lot of criticism going Meek's way. Oh, he's part of this, he's this, he's that.
Yeah.
A bunch of fucking complaining.
Yeah,
it's whack.
Right.
And just follow suit.
He's part of Illuminati, but he got to sit up in jail on some dumb ass.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, man.
Stop typing and complaining and follow fucking suit and see what happens.
Right.
God damn. Like, save the comments. Even though it's coming. Probably
I mean, he's getting worse. He's getting treatment worse than, you know what I mean, the broke cast that's sitting up in prison and stuff. So it's just like, you know, these guys had to work, you know, to where they're getting. You got to make deals. You got to make the good decisions to get here. Don't just nobody just hand you a bag like that.
And half his career he couldn't even leave the fucking state. So let's come on, man. Like, he's been through some shit.
Love to see Meek, you know, growth, man. We were close to the same age. We've seen him, you know, come up since the nappy hair days in Philly before he even made it on. So, you know, it feels very good, you know, to see another brother, you know, continue to go. Even like we watch Jay, but Meek is closer. We live less than 40 minutes away from Philly. So it's just like, shout out to Meek, man. Keep doing your thing. We know you don't like the interviews and shit, but we definitely rooting for you always here on the podcast and whatnot. And we're going to definitely continue to, and you know, do what we do. But yeah, man, you're tuned into the Hip Hop Uncensored podcast with your brother Old God and Sam, and we're going in today. Speaking of Meek Mill, we're gonna talk about his ex, Nicki Minaj. Now, Nicki is taking shots. You know, we heard, I think last week, that she was supposed to be marrying that dude. I forget the dude's name. That he was being criticized. You know, messing. You know, something he did in the past, whatever. Right. But Nicki Minaj, you know, put a post up today, and she took shots at the BET Awards, and I'll put it right there on the screen. She says, "When you go out of your way to be spiteful and hurt artists who have always supported your show, when you fire great people and who have put their hearts into your show, soul into your show, when you'd rather be a messy reality show than a prestigious award show, when you're still being dragged by the lace." With only 2 million views, the 2019 BET Awards was the lowest rated ever for BET Awards, coming in at just 2 million. Now, in comparison, real quick, before I let you go in on this, Sam, man, 2017, you got 5.8. I will go, one of the highest in the last 10 years was 2009. You got 10.6 million, but now you have a dismal 2 million views for the BET Awards. What are your thoughts, one, on the low ratings for the BET Awards and Nicki Minaj taking shots at BET? Here's
what I'll say. First off, I wasn't really up to speed on the relationship between Nicki Minaj and BET, the broken relationship that is. But I did notice throughout the weekend being there that you didn't hear anything about Nicki. She wasn't nominated for anything, even though she had a great album last year. She wasn't asked to perform. She wasn't there. She wasn't involved in anything. And that really, I was like, damn, why not? She's one of the greatest and best female rappers we got in the game.
Bomb album last year.
She had a fucking great album. One of the best albums. A lot of people said they top 5 albums. So it didn't really make sense to me. And then she says this. Now, people will say she may be a little bitter because of everything that I said. I don't know if she's accurate in what she say. I'm not going to say that she's not, because I don't know. So I'm going to hold her to a word. This is what I'll say about BET, because hope to have some relationship with them, not be a part of them, but shit, we going on the awards next year. We're going to do some media next year. So shit, want to keep it cool, but I got to give some criticism where criticism is due. And we were out here. We were a part of the festivities. We paid good money to be a part of the festivities. Wanted to pay more, but they had certain packages that were limited because we wanted to do the BET after party and all that shit too. Talk to some good people, weren't allowed to do that, but it's all good. A lot of the organization was off. It just is what it is. As a very well paying customer, I could say that some of the events that went down went down a little better. Would have been down a little more seamless. VIP entry could have went a little easier, a little better. Could have been a little more explained. Seating could have been a little better arranged. Certain things going on with the event. You were alluding to this BET Award weekend or the actual experience. Why aren't we invited to more shit? Putting in the money we are. Why don't we know about this going on here or this going on here or that going on here?
How much for the tickets again?
I think we paid $1,700 a pop, $1,800 a pop. The next one was $2,200, which we tried to pay. That's the one we tried to do for the after party, and we're trying to put the money up when we got there to kind of even join that, because the only thing the difference was ticketing. I mean, with seating in the concerts. So we didn't mind that. We didn't give a fuck about our seats. We just wanted to go to the after party. We couldn't do that. The basketball show was shit. So I mean, we were looking at it at a level not where Nicki Minaj is on an artist level, dealing with the higher ups at BET. So if she has this gripe, we can see from a lower level that the chain of command may not be that well. So I can kind of go with Nicki on this.
Well, here's the thing. The reason why, and you'll remember this when I talk about it. Sometime last year, it was the reason why Nicki's mad is because when Cardi, became the first woman to win a Grammy for the best rap album, BET tweeted out a tweet and it said Nicki Minaj is being dragged by her lace front. Now you remember.